What project
Go.
you are?
I'm Rennick from Science, Society, and You, and today's date is April the 28th, 2019. I chose the Weather Rescue Project from the United Kingdom, as I have pulled up here. To be honest, I chose this project because it was the first one I saw, but not only that, I've always had an interest in meteorology and why weather happens the way it does and what causes the weather to be the way it is based on day-to-day life. I've always been interested in weather again, and at one time I even thought about being a meteorologist, but I went into the healthcare field instead. The question that they're needing help with through this weather rescue project is they're trying to unearth some of the long forgotten secrets about the United Kingdom's weather. They are sometimes not sure what could cause the United Kingdom's weather to vary the way it does. And so they dove in and collected data, as I have here, on different things trying to figure out a cause of weather change. With my help by entering the data that I showed you here and old logs and records, they're trying to unlock and answer many questions about our weather and changing of climates. I entered data for researchers on specific information that they needed. I entered barometric pressure, dry bulb temps, wet bulb temps, what the maximum and minimum pressures were, and if there were any on those days, any rain on those days. They are using this data to observe and make a state-of-the-art weather forecasting model that will be able to better map and understand the weather during this period, which was before the world started to warm up and global warming and things like that. So the old info and measurements provide a baseline from which to measure the changes of weather. My question would be, how do they think this data from many, many years ago is good to use in weather today? Is it going to give ideas to weather researchers? And another question would be, are they able to track global warming by doing this? By following these old records. I've always liked science. I like how it's almost a mystery and sometimes even a puzzle. And with puzzles, you have to put them together. So piecing things in, to me, has always been very interesting, and weather is one of those things. I like how these researchers used data collected to set up things that put weather together today. They have used it to form a baseline for which they use to measure weather changes. They say the fastest way to collect new weather observations is to look back in time. We forget sometimes how important our past is, and that with these new advancements in meteorology and ways to forecast the weather, sometimes we need to go back and think, how did they do it back then without these new advancements? And that's really one of the bases I was trying to get on this. This project here, and not even just here in the United States, I liked the research outside of the United States into the United Kingdom, and even other parts of the world are interesting, like rainforests, deserts, and why they have the weather they have, and what we can do to maybe predict weather better, or just be able to understand other culture, like how other cultures put their weather together, and why we experience what we experience and where we experience it.